my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your November 2015 forecast for the month. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for indulging me with my new music that I'm putting on my forecasts. I won't inundate you with too much about my band in the astrological forecast, but if you are interested, our website is ethersmusic.com and our YouTube channel, Ethers Music. I want to thank you for tuning in this month. I really love November because the focus is honing in on two very specific areas of your chart. And I'm just going to get right to it, but also thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing these videos, and as well as participating on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. So, the energies are very much oscillating between the 9th and 8th house for you. The Mercury, finally direct at the top of the month on the 2nd of November, enters Scorpio. So there's communications and information in the sector of foreign travel, the 9th house, and certification and higher learning, and legalities, and 9th house is philosophies and religion and your belief system. Mercury is nudging you to study at this time. Mercury is the planet of study, smaller study, school, and learning, and skills, and mental agility, and communication, and intellect. In the 9th house, this could be great for people who are traveling in November to foreign lands, especially speaking foreign languages and getting involved with foreign cultures. This is also great for those of you waiting on hearing from lawyers and settlement energy. 9th house isn't settlement, but your 8th house is impacted shortly, and I'm just getting a little bit ahead of myself with the channeling. I feel like some of you are going to be hearing from attorneys and regarding pending law, legal situations when Mercury at the top of the month enters Scorpio for you, Pisces. And on the 8th of November, Venus exits Virgo after a 30-day stay and enters Libra in this 8th house of settlements and investments and shared resources and other people's money and property and wills, inheritances, estates. When Venus enters Libra and triggers the cardinal energies of Libra and Aries, because Uranus is stationed in Aries. So this spontaneous Uranus energy in Aries that trines Venus in Libra in the 8th house could bring on sudden inheritances, sudden settlements, a surprise, unexpected electric energy is Uranus in the 8th house. Now this is also intimacy. Venus in the 8th house is your intimacies and your private, secretive side, because the 8th house is normally governed by Scorpio on the solar wheel. This is a very private sign. So there might be an unveiling of some of your intimacies starting on the 8th of November. Venus will remain in Libra through the 4th of December, so this will be interesting to see how this plays out. For those of you who do have these legalities pending and dealing with settlements on hold, there's a catalytic energy here when Venus enters the 8th house, trining Uranus in Aries. On the 11th of November, 11/11, we have our new moon at 19 degrees of Scorpio in this 9th house of foreign travel and higher certification. And I feel like it's a perfect time for Pisceans to be traveling to foreign locations. Set your intentions on where you want to receive your certifications for those of you studying or in school or getting master's degrees, because this new moon will trine Chiron in Pisces in your 1st house. Chiron will be direct this month as well as Neptune. So both of these planets, your ruling planet Neptune and Chiron, are stationed in your 1st house of self. Going direct this month The new moon trining this energy of healing, the wounded healer, Chiron. What needs to be healed? What needs to be seen in order to be healed? Seen in a way where Neptune takes off the rose-colored glasses when retrograde, allowing you to see what needs to be healed in the first house of body, the first house of self and ego. This new moon in the ninth house, you could be seeing these things through reading, through studying other cultures, through changing your concepts of religion and what you believe in and your personal belief system. On the 12th of November, Mars enters Libra, again, the cardinal energies, triggering the 8th house where Venus is stationed. So Mars will be conjunct Venus through the month. Starting on the 12th of November, Mars will be in this sector, though, through January 3rd. Mars transits a little slower than Mercury and Venus do. So he is stimulation and energy and passion in the 8th house of intimacy, in the 8th house of deep-seated secrets, is what I want to say, the house of secrets. The house of, some of you Pisceans have some inner private, the house of privacy, some inner private unveilings occurring through November. And it's very sexual. The 8th house is sex, and Mars is that sexual, passionate energy. So this is a very feisty placement for that period of time through the 3rd of January 2016. On the 20th of November, Mercury transits very quickly, 18 days after, into Sagittarius. Now Mercury is in the career sector, and your expression, your communication, your presentation in the 10th house of career is very strong through the 9th of December. Information coming in about which direction to go in the career. Now that Mercury's direct, you can, and cleared his shadow, you can make these decisions effortlessly when Mercury enters Sagittarius about where you need to be and how you would receive the best promotion. 10th house is the highest place on the astrological wheel next to the midheaven. And there is a higher purpose, and Mercury just might be that informational energy, the information you need to see where you are being led involving the career. You need recognition, Pisces. You need to be more recognized for your purpose in the 10th house, your purpose of why you are here. Promotion, elevating yourself, communicating about your career. On the 22nd of November, the Sun enters Sagittarius as well, following Mercury in the 10th house. Beautiful placement for elevation in the career sector, in the retirement sector, in the sector of recognition and high social status, name change, title change, promoting the self. When I get to the cards, I'll be reading about that. I have a feeling that 10th house of career is sticking with me for you. On the 25th of November, we have our full moon at 3 degrees of Gemini in your 4th house of home and environment, bringing closure and awareness to the environment sector, the foundation, the deepest sector in the astrological wheel, the opposite of the 10th. This full moon trines Mars and Venus in the cardinal sign of Libra. So, this is harmonious energy. And I feel like there could be a closing of a door, is what I'm hearing, a closing of a door, and that's literal and metaphorical because the 4th house is the home. So the closing of the front door, shut the front door. There's something about maybe closing the door on a property, closing the door on a way of thinking regarding your experiences with your mother, the 4th house of the mother, the maternal energy. A trine is the smoothing over as well as Venus, and Venus being a part of this trine in the two air signs of Gemini and Libra. You will see some kind of energy, and now I'm getting mother, brother, and sister. Mars and Venus, the siblings, together in the sector in the 8th house of Libra, and the full moon in the 4th house of mother. There could be something around that holiday, the full moon, about mother, brother, and sister that comes to there's a closure with this. Perfect for Thanksgiving dinner. So we'll see how that could play for people. And by the end of the month, both your ruling planet, Neptune, and Chiron, stationed in Pisces, are direct. So bring on the healing and bring on the rose-colored glasses. I am using the Tarot of the Witches for the Halloween energy by Fergus Hall, has the Emperor on the back, and simple crisscross design. See what comes up. I've had this deck for decades, and you could tell by the corners of it. It's just like, you know, it's been used, but I haven't used this deck in the forecast yet. So we'll see how she's been. She's been interpreting pretty heavily. So let's see what comes up for you, Pisces. And I also want to say, on October 28th, I am going to be interviewed by Joanna DeVoe, putting the K back in magic, and you can check her channel out too. So that should be interesting. A lot of witch activity. So I brought out the Tarot of the Witches. Okay, Pisces. Here are your cards for November. If you'd like a personal reading with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. The Eight of Cups. It's an emotional card. The cups rule the emotions. But it's also, some of you Pisceans, since you are that watery nebulous sign, have been imbibing a lot of watery nebulous drinks, because the Eight of Cups is about maybe alcohol or getting a little bit depressed or tending to be more emotional because you've had too much wine, or and for those of you who don't drink, it could be prone to a little bit of sorrow when it comes to reevaluating the relationships. Perhaps the retrograde had an impact on you. Temperance. Now this is about alcohol. Now, having pulled this card, the card of Temperance after the Eight of Cups, which is about imbibing too much, this is moderation, control, balance, patience, divine timing. See how she's pouring from cup to cup? It's also the card of Sagittarius in the Tarot. And you have Mercury and the Sun heading into Sagittarius, affecting the career. In order to see clearly in the career, you have to make some sacrifices about what you're doing too much of. You need to be clear, because the world is here. The promotion is here. Look at that card. How cool. I haven't seen these in a minute. The world is at your fingertips, Pisces. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. So you want to, I'm just dropping cards everywhere. Okay, hold on. You want to hone in on what is really necessary. I'll be right back. I want to pick up this card, because the world is waiting for you, is ready for you, is what I'm hearing. Here are your last cards. There's a few of them. The Two of Coins. The Two of Coins. Choosing between two opportunities. Juggling your finances. Where do you put your 8th house of investments, of resources, of shared resources, money coming in for a partnership? Two people, two business partners, receiving income. How are they investing it? The Queen of Swords. A Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius female could be this partnership that you have. The Queen of Swords tends to be single, and the Hermit. This is the card of Virgo. So there could be, and these are both, if this is Gemini and Virgo, these are both ruled by Mercury. Information coming in about shared resources. Now, to take people out of this, okay, and just to say this is defining you, you can remove any bitterness. There's no need to be bitter about your investments because the world is waiting for you, okay? And use moderation if you're trying to get things done. It's really important to focus and hone in on what is important. Now, you might need to get out of your house and your environment some, fourth house. Be seen. Be seen and recognized in the 10th house of career. This woman could help you. This Queen of Swords, she's extremely, the swords rule the mind. It's an intellect. It's also a mental agility and quick thoughts and ideas. Maybe trust her. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. But you have to get out of your your cyclical routine is what I'm hearing. Because this investment, this partnership is just waiting for you to get on it, because the World is the most successful, beautiful card in the tarot next to the Sun. And I really like this because for those of you Pisceans who, you know, with your ruling planet having been retrograde for quite a while, Neptune in your first house, he's with you. That could cause you to take drugs or alcohol because Neptune is drugs and alcohol. It's also delusion and really liking staying in the dream state and suppressing what needs to get done. That's what these cards together mean. You've been suppressing what needs to be done. It's time to do them. Because there's a financial gain for you in that situation, Pisces. Now, for those of you who don't drink and you're like, I'm not doing that. These are very across the board readings. I really recommend a personal reading if you'd like to book with me. But to take the vice out of this could be about sorrow and depression and really focusing on that instead of having patience, balance, knowing that everything is happening in its time, but you do have control over how much you take action upon. So this is a beautiful central card and it's upright. I love it. It's ready. It's ready for you is the message. Pisces, I hope this helps. I had a beautiful day with you here in this reading, and I'm at audreyalison.com if you'd like to read with me. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.